Thank you. I have been sitting in the audience and just watching all this incredible talent, music, words, everything, and it's surprising to suddenly be here. I'm an illustrator and an author of children's picture books, and when Rebecca emailed me and asked me if I would read one of my books tonight, thank you, for the theme of belonging, I looked at my published books on the shelves and decided that there was only one that truly expressed how deeply we belong on this earth, how deeply we're connected as family. I didn't write it. It was given to me over 20 years ago by my editor to consider illustrating. It's called Our Family Tree, an evolution story written by Lisa Westberg Peters. After living with the story for 2 years, doing research and thousands of sketches, I felt as if it had entered my heart, my body, my life. My children will tell you that evolution lived in our lives for many years. So anyhow, I'm going to read it and share you the pictures at the same time. Our Family Tree, an evolution story, written by Lisa Westberg Peters. It starts out on a beach. All of us are part of an old, old family. The roots of our family tree reach way back to the beginnings of life on Earth. We've changed a lot since then. When we began, we didn't look like people. We didn't have 2 eyes to blink or 10 toes to wiggle. We were just tiny round cells in the deep, dark sea. On the outside, we were so small we were almost invisible. But on the inside, we had the same kind of spiraling genetic code for life we have today. And that's the way our family stayed, generation after generation, year after year, for millions of years, tiny and round, floating in the sea. But then the earth changed. Land rose from the oceans, the air filled with oxygen. Life changed too, slowly, slowly. One step at a time, some cells joined together and became plants. Our cells joined together and we became animals. On the outside, we were squishy and soft, like worms. On the inside, our cells had many shapes, square like boxes, pointy like stars, round like ripe seeds, the same way they do now. As the seas rose and fell, our family changed again. On the outside, we had scales to protect us, and fins, 2 on each side, to swim against strong currents. On the inside, we had spiny backbones that helped us move as freely as we do today. When families of green plants and insects began living on the land, we followed them. On the outside, we still had scales, but we looked like huge salamanders. We crawled out of the sea on legs, 2 on each side. We didn't stray far, and we returned to the water to lay our eggs on the inside. We had lungs to breathe oxygen, like we do now. And as all the continents on Earth slowly joined into one, we left the water completely. On the outside, we looked like hairy lizards. We hunted all day and had sharp teeth to tear our food. On the inside, our blood ran warm, almost as warm as it does today. In one of the Earth's dark times, nearly all life went extinct, but many families survived. Ours was among them. On the outside, we were small and furry. We hid and slept during the day, and we scurried about at night, On the inside, we made milk for our babies, the way we do now. After an asteroid shattered the calm and a layer of fine dust settled on everything, we changed again. On the outside, we looked more and more like we do now, but we still walked on all fours. We climbed tree trunks with our thumbs and thumbnails, toes and toenails. On the inside, the bones of our hands looked almost the same as they do today. After the earth cooled and the forest shrank, we left the trees to live in the open grasslands. On the outside, we walked upright on two legs, with our two arms free for using tools. On the inside, we had large brains, but not as big as they are now. Today is a long, long time from when our family started. Slowly, slowly, one step at a time, we've changed. On the outside, we are all people, from the size of our heads to the shape of our toes. On the inside, we are all people, with big brains that wonder who we are, where we came from, and where we're going to next. We began as tiny round cells, and we've changed a lot since then. But we carry with us reminders of each step of our past. That's how it is with families, and ours goes back a long, long way. Thank you.